What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Let's talk about coronavirus can't do shit for a bitch.
Oh.
Is it working?
Hold on, let me connect my AirPods so that I'm prudent.
Can you hear the queen?
I can hear the queen. What's good?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Reporting live from my quarantine of Yank, Georgia.
Mine too, from Yank, Georgia, and Yank County. Anyway, so
Kiriana Sequana.
Okay. You know, I listened to the last episode 2 times, and I kept crying, laughing at that. That was so funny.
Kiriana, so listen. Coronavirus. You got 5 minutes to do it, or it's over, bitch.
Listen,
I'm gonna go off in the White House and kick off in your shit.
Listen, how many days have you been in quarantine? So technically, I haven't been to work physically since last Friday. Not last Friday, but Friday before last. So what day was that? Let me look at my calendar. The 13th.
To be honest, I haven't been in real quarantine because I have been taking clients, but I only left the house twice to do makeup.
Okay.
Since this.
And what are you doing?
Ain't really bad.
Situations?
Money is always emergencies for me. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna see a check for real. So I have to make sure I get it by any means. And it's
so what's going on in Shop Talk?
Somebody is FaceTiming the queen. You said what's going on in Shop Talk?
Yeah. Coronavirus. So Sabrina, who is Idris Elba's wife.
They're the queen's in.
So first of all, I know. So the first time when Idris Elba announced that he had coronavirus, he was in the video with his wife, and it was funny to me because I was wondering why she was in the video because she was kind of like in the background and whatever. Obviously that's his wife, but she don't have to be in the video with him, right? And so he was like, "Yeah, my wife hasn't taken the test yet, but he took the test because he was around somebody that tested positive and he didn't have any symptoms, and now his wife is tested positive, obviously, because I'm sure they was in there having sex, but I don't know. I mean, would you, if you was in a relationship, would you quarantine yourself if your partner tested positive?
Yes. You know why? Because the reason why I would do that is because I don't want to get sick for one, but I think that people initially just need to stop being so attached to other people. I mean, not saying that you need to be attached to your lover, but I think that people need to learn to love people from a distance when need to be. And this is a very scary situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how it would take a toll on your body just because it's not doing him that much of a harm, but you don't know what it could do to you. So it would be like a disservice if you get it and then you end up dying from it. And now he feel like it's his fault. And he lived with that guilt for the rest of his life.
Great point. Because honestly, even though she might be what's considered good health, we don't really know what could happen to her now that she has it. Because you don't know how that next person's body is going to react to it. Yeah. She was like, she just feels like, I wanted to be with him. That's the role of a wife. Okay, girl. To be a sacrificial lamb. Listen, I can go without it for as long as I have to. Okay, so who else? Andy Cohen has tested positive, which is sad because I really wanted to see the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. They were going to have it at his apartment, which happened to be really close to where I live. I actually was going to buy a condo in the neighborhood he lives in. If I would have known, I would have.
He lives in Atlanta?
Yeah, he lives over. I'm gonna let you know. Well, okay. They said it on the news article. They said he lives in West Village, which is where off the Atlanta Road.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh wow.
I love that little area. But yeah, so Andy Cohen has, which is scary. Andy is also a little older, and he has a baby. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even know the impacts that he can have on a child, especially a baby. So I'm you have anything about Corona? I don't have Corona, but do you have anything to contribute so we can change subject?
So as of now, I don't have anything to contribute to that. However, I just want to say that I think that everyone who's not taking this as serious as it is very irresponsible right now. Like,
I agree. And selfish.
I've just been seeing people just doing stuff that is unnecessary and just ignorant at this time. Like, they going out partying and going to brunch and going to the beach and traveling when they don't need to be. Like, I literally saw somebody yesterday. They flew from like, and I could be wrong, but I was literally pissed off watching it. They flew from Tennessee to Miami, hung out in Miami, and then stayed for like 2 days, and now they're on the way to Houston. They're doing all this because the flights are cheap, but I'm like,
I mean, they ain't that much.
later.
This is the thing. Maybe I'm tripping, but I looked at the flights and I ain't see that much of a difference. Now they might have been cheap for like Spirit, but Delta ain't budging.
Yeah, it's just too much going on, and then like now it's starting to hit close. Somebody that I know, their mom has it, and it's just too much. I feel like it's just irresponsible. Like, people just, I don't know, stay home. Like, what's hard about staying home? I feel bad if anybody is dealing with like abuse or anything like that. I get it. Or even if you just have like, if you suffer from like, because I know a lot of people suffer from depression or like things of that sort, and they can't really be contained in places by themselves because their minds start wandering. And I'm not trying to be insensitive to that, but this is also you putting other people's health on the line, not just yours.
Absolutely.
You know
I think there's a difference between the people who are not staying in the house and people who are going to whole parties. Okay, because I saw somebody go live from a party last night. They call it the quarantine kickback block party. It was like 100 people in there. I'm like, everybody in here just coughing on each other. I mean, not literally, but I'm saying like y'all are, like, you just don't even know. My big issue, and it's what I've been constantly saying, is people who have it. Some people don't even have symptoms. You know what I'm saying? So you and all your friends, just because y'all not coughing, y'all don't have high temperatures, y'all could still be spreading it to people, and you don't know how that person's body is gonna react to it. People who have had high risk health issues, or under like maybe a weak immune system, you just don't know, and that this person could possibly die because you want to go smoke hookah. I ain't with it. So anyway,
I smoke hookah right in my own home.
But look, my thing is right now, if you got to go out and party that bad, I look at you just the way I look at cocaine users. So that's that.
How do you look at that? Tell us.
Bottom feeder. What? If you're listen, I shame all drug users. I don't care. And I'm shaming you just like I shame people that's going outside just because for the sake of corona. If you feel that way, you a drug user.
I'm not really with the corona stuff either.
What you feel about all these social media challenges? I'm sick of it.
I'm half fine. I'm sure home. I'm not mad at it because I feel like, honestly, social media is like our number one. Well, not speaking for us in general, but I know for me even. Social media is a big part of entertainment for a lot of people just because it's so much. You can get news from there. You can shop. You can look at makeup and different creative stuff. So it's not just one-sided. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if the challenge is irritating, you can just mute it.
Can you?
You can mute it. Yeah, I don't know if you ever did it from your Explore page, but you can. It's an option. Like if you see a video that is like, for me,
will it mute it from the people I follow though, like people's stories?
I don't know, but I know for a fact that you can set it to where it's like.
The thing is, I don't necessarily have a problem with the challenges, but I am getting annoyed by them. Yeah, I'm getting tired of because obviously when we look at people's stories, we're looking for something new, and if all I see is see a shot, take a shot, 10 push-ups. Listen, y'all better not turn into no alcoholics out of here after this. Don't turn into no alcoholics, but hey, be fit, do something. I get it. Maybe I'm just a miserable old lady, but I'm just tired of seeing it.
You're not miserable, sir.
Period. I was joking about that. So on second thought, DJ, did you go on DJ D Nice's page yesterday?
No, I missed it. I'm actually I don't know who D Nice is for real.
I don't think anybody did until yesterday. He's a DJ. Basically, he's a DJ that went on a 9-hour DJ mix live on Instagram, and he got well beyond 100,000 people to tune in, and he had all kinds of big names like freaking Joe Biden. Even though, hold up, was Joe Biden in there?
Joe Budden or Biden?
Biden for sure. It might have been Bernie Sanders. I know it was political candidates that were in his comments. Michelle Obama was there. Diddy, DJ Khaled. It was just crazy. Ellen DeGeneres. But anyway, it was just super cool because he really was vibing. Like to the point where I took my shower to his mix. He had did like a Stevie Wonder mix. I was turned up in there.
Okay, he better put America in brunch spirit. I think about when I go to brunch on Sundays, that's what I like to see. I like for a DJ to just go in like
set
some
the
type of
vibe.
brunch.
And what's crazy is
Yeah.
he ended up getting a verified check through this whole thing. Like that's all I
Oh,
gotta do.
really?
Yes, he is that dude. Now let me see how many followers he got. 940,000 followers. Now, mind you, when I went to his page yesterday, he was in the 200s.
Go
You gotta
off.
have 1 million followers for DJing. That's fine. I can't even lie to you.
That's going off. He better go off for that.
I think one thing that we can draw from this from this pandemic is once it's all over, God willing, that there'll be a lot of different. Like I think in every downfall, there's a new business, I guess you can say. So there's a lot of like content and ideas that will be generated from this. Like I think that if people would have tried to do live shows on Instagram before, people wouldn't really be tuned in. But now that we're in a situation where that's kind of our source of entertainment, now it's like, oh, okay, let's do that. It's like the right time for the right idea.
Honey.
Okay. All right. So
So I was trying to find something else. Show your pussy lips on live for $1,000.
What's up with everybody in this signing up for this TLCT? I'm not here for the pyramid.
Leave it to Alicia to take it there. Okay.
I'm not here for the pyramid schemes. Y'all not fooling me. This is the same stuff y'all was selling 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago.
My clients was trying to get me to sell it maybe like 2 years ago when it was like just the green packet, and I had some in my car and everything because they would give it to me as I'm leaving the house. But here's the thing. Not to say that these teas don't work, because realistically they probably do work. But I think what it is that most of the time people are advertising these teas as if you don't have to put in no work as far as exercise and stuff. Yeah. But realistically, when I'm looking at it, I promise you, I'm not trying to be funny. I feel like the NutriBurst is the same thing as what Emergency is.
Okay.
Like I'm in my head because they're like, it has all these vitamins, and I'm like, so basically Emergency with water in it.
Okay. We should look at the ingredients.
Now they did say it was more vitamins, because Emergency only has pretty much vitamin C, zinc, and some vitamin D. It's only 3. So that's why I pay attention to that, because I was talking to a nutritionist before, and she was just telling me when I'm taking vitamins to just read, because I always take a multivitamin. So she told me to just read what vitamins are in there and just make sure I'm getting enough of all of them, because you don't want to take the same type of vitamin, because if you overtake it, I could be saying this wrong, but if you say for instance, if I'm taking an Emergency and a daily vitamin and eating an orange, just because I'm doing 3 things that all have vitamin C in there, I'm only gonna retain like 100% of that instead of going over to 200, however much.
However much your body needs.
Yeah, it's not gonna do nothing. Like, you're just taking it for no reason, for real. So I always pay attention to that. So I get a multivitamin because it has like majority of all of them in there, and then I do a Emergency, and I do a B12, of course. That's my favorite. But I feel like the NutriBurst is the same thing. It's just being marketed because most people don't take vitamins. I asked a lot of people if they take vitamins, and they don't. So when you see that, they're like, oh, okay, it's in a liquid form, it's in a cool bottle, boom, take it. So I mean, I'm not
that's what it is.
them.
And it's been advocated by somebody I look up to.
Yeah. And then same thing with the tea. If you go to the store and you look at the yogi teas, a majority of all of them are detox teas. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is just a powder form, and it's like easy. You don't have to boil it and stuff. So I get it. But I don't know. It's just an epidemic. I just see, I don't know. I don't really trust none of the tea ads, because I don't trust flat tummy tea. I didn't trust the other tea that Black China was promoting for a minute. And I think it's because Rob actually ruined all of that for me, because I knew some of that was like cap, but when he had exposed China for getting surgery and all that sort of stuff, and then,
after the pregnancy,
I was like,
what's funny?
So this is really as a cap.
A long time ago, I feel like this when I was still living with my mama. Like, this was like college. Sammy had did an ad for this tea called Boo tea, like booty.
Oh, my sister had that.
I definitely got that tea, and it didn't do squat diddly for me.
It
And it's
made you
so
go to
funny
the
looking.
bathroom.
I don't even know if it did that because I have actually for a long time I have taken this tea by Yogi called Blueberry Slim Life, and it basically just makes sure I regularly go to the bathroom. It actually tastes good, but it's like a tea. I pay like $3, and it's like 50 bags in the thing. But anyway, the tea that I got from
Same
Sammy
thing.
was like $35, maybe $40 or something like that. And I remember thinking like it was gonna make me lose weight. And it's so funny because looking back, I was already really small, but I let Sammy finesse me into thinking that tea was because I was like, Sammy wouldn't be posting this if he didn't really use it. But this is way before like influencers had really established their like presence on social media. So it was just like,
And now you woke. So now you looking at like,
yeah, you know, I had just met Sam at my birthday party. I'm like, we cool. I know this is something I could do.
but you know what though? All those businesses like that are always gonna stay in business. And the reason why I say that is because people that
People
live
want
in
quick
major
fix.
cities, that too, but people that live in major cities like Atlanta, Houston, Miami, LA, New York, Chicago, DC, like cities like that, they're kind of up on game about the cap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to think about people that live in those country towns that are not as popular. They see all these influencers and the popular people who they look up to or they just admire, and they're like, oh, if they're doing it, I'm going to do it too, just so they even can look cool.
Yeah, true.
I remember I have a lot of clients that do flat stomach tea. Just about all my clients was doing flat stomach tea at one point. So this girl booked me for makeup for 2 days in a row. Do you not know this girl was actually drinking it? I was so shocked because I've never seen nobody actually drink it, but she was from like Albany, Georgia. And she came up here. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And we was at her photo shoot. She had a waist trainer on, tight as fuck. Had her flat stomach.
I
She
ain't
said,
really
I need
doing
somebody
what
to give
they
me some
told her to
hot water.
do.
Yeah, she was like, I need to go get some hot water. And that sounds so bad for saying like, wow, she's really drinking it. But I was like, damn, like
No,
I ain't
I
never
know
seen
exactly
nobody
what you
actually drink
mean.
it.
Yeah, you're right. So I think, yeah. You're right. I wonder if it worked for her. The thing is, and even in the boutique,
Everybody said they go to the bathroom. That's what they were saying.
yeah, that's really
That
what it
tea.
is. But I've had one of those teas, and I've have like sipped it for too long. I'm talking about I was in the bathroom. I couldn't even like. I thought I was about to throw up out my mouth, like doodle out my mouth. Like that's how bad.
But
It just was too much. I was trying to overdo it because I ain't see no results. I'm like, okay, let me put 3 bags in here.
whoa.
I don't know. I ain't gonna do it no more.
Wait,
I
what
was
happened?
young.
Like you was in the bathroom for a long time?
Yeah, just in the back. I had a combination of can't go and gotta go. And it was just in a weird place. Yeah. I don't want to discuss our listeners, but just know I ain't going for it no more. And there's no such thing as quick results unless you go get lipo. Okay, so that brings me to a
In
question.
celebrity baby daddy news.
What's going on?
Sorry. I was just saying the celebrity baby daddy news because there's a lot of baby daddies in the media right now doing some baby daddy type stuff.
Besides Future.
Future doing his usual. Did you see he put a LOL under the post about?
Yeah. Oh my God. First of all, why
That
his baby
man is
mama?
a troll.
His baby mama is like a neighborhood talk troll too. She be under every post. Is she trying to be an influencer?
Yeah, that's probably why he ain't with it.
Interesting. Okay. Because I just feel like if I was in that situation,
unstable.
I hear you. I feel
Okay.
like when people, I don't know, it ain't none of my business. But I just feel like if I was in that predicament, I would want to be taken seriously, and me being all the blog comments won't help the case. That's all.
So for the first baby daddy on the docket is the baby.
Oh my God!
Like I think that this whole situation. First of all, I feel like whether when you have somebody that's pregnant, whether you're with them or not, I think that just to keep everything down between you and them, you and your child's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't date during that time until it's over with. First of all, you're confusing her because when you're pregnant, your emotions are like on 600. Then,
Oh
like, you
yeah,
don't
how
want
many
to
times you been pregnant?
send her into that early labor. Like, you have to think about something. People ain't inconsiderate though.
Who was the girl? I need to know.
So the girl is his baby mama, or the girl he's going with now?
The girl that's pregnant, because it's not his baby mama. It's somebody else.
Oh, it's not?
Ain't that confused? So, okay, I remember one time the blogs had said that she was having a baby. And maybe she
Yeah.
is. But remember that other time that video was out and she made that whole post about like him having a baby on the way. He made a video confirming it that he has another baby coming. So he might have 2 kids on the way, but it's kind of hard to tell because she don't listen. I'm confused too.
I don't know, but the girl who he dating now, I feel like she doing it. I mean, she probably do really like him because I mean, who doesn't like the baby at this point?
Talking about Danny Lay?
Yeah, but I'm like, she trying to do it to help her career from the outside looking in. Because like, why would you even partake in trying to troll somebody's baby mama? Like,
yeah, it's a mess, and that's so sad. It's because I really like his baby mama Mimi, but that's why I don't praise people on public platforms. You just never know what happened. It's a mess. This is the thing though. Imagine this, because this is how I would feel if I had been with this dude before he got famous, and I have children. I know him, and can't nobody tell me otherwise. So now he in a new level of money, a new level of exposure, and there's other women coming his way. Whether we was in an agreement or a situationship or not, I'm gonna still feel like that's my property, low key. I'm gonna feel like I got something to defend in. Cause it's like, y'all don't even know him for real, John. You don't even know what's going on. So now I want to fight everybody because I got something to protect. But
no, John, you ain't have to go to his real name.
It's like she just kind of got something to protect, and everybody talking about, well, she said they won together. Okay, but who? Plenty of folks have been in them kind of situations before. It ain't even about that. It don't even matter. The girl, I mean, whatever. I don't know.
Next baby dad on the docket is Moneybagg Yo.
Oh God!
You see Moneybagg Yo daughter? Why does she look like Megan Thee Stallion?
Yes, I did see that. She looked just like Megan Thee Stallion.
When I saw the post, I was like, dang, she like Megan. And then I was looking at the comments and everybody was saying the same thing. I said, okay, so I'm not stupid.
Yes, I did see that.
That's so weird.
Manifestation.
Next baby daddy on the docket is I don't think his name is out there, but Angelica Ross from Pose in American Horror Story.
Oh my God.
She was dating a guy, and he posted him on Twitter. Twitter had spilled his tea. This man is a whole fiance with a baby.
Yes, fiance
with a son,
a cis woman. And a child. Oh my God! And thanks to Twitter, can you imagine pouring your heart on how much you're gonna miss your baby because of quarantine, and he with his baby? Excuse me.
And what fiance? That's crazy.
She was like, I've been on the phone with his fiance and his baby mother all morning. Thanks. Excuse me. That's embarrassing. Like, sir, do you not know who she is? Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't know. I mean, he had to have known though. But
have you done any TikToks? Oh, you got another baby daddy? My bad.
No, not right now. But I tried to use TikTok for 3 seconds and I didn't know what I was doing, so I just never tried again.
It's very time consuming. I made one, won't be making another. Next question. I just
I need to try it again, but So I have something else. Sorry. I do have something. I'm sorry, Pooh.
It's okay. Go ahead, Pooh. We new to this recording virtually, yeah.
Yes, we are actually practicing quarantine right now. The right way. Y'all should take social distancing. We're quarantining the privacy of our own homes. Y'all should take note if you're not doing it. The brunches can wait. It's actually gonna taste better if you miss it.
Truer words haven't been said. Yeah, man.
Dang, I forgot that. I got a good one. Here we go. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's full Taylor Swift phone call leaked. And it was exposing him as a liar. Let me tell you something.
Why he didn't put all that up there up front anyway? You know what? I have
absolutely nothing to say about it.
Well, you brought it up.
I brought it up. I'm just letting you know that's effed up.
I agree.
That's effed up because I feel like it to me, in my eyes, in her eyes, it probably diminished her career. But in my eyes, I just don't really, and I hope I don't sound racist or whatever, but I just feel like white people have privilege anyway. Taylor Swift gonna always go number one. And she's gonna always take over the charts and stuff like that. So it don't take a toll on her career. But I just do think that's kind of fucked up that Kanye let that go on for so long when he knew that was not true.
Listen, I let Kanye go a long time
That's
ago.
fucked up.
And I will say, and maybe I haven't been proven otherwise, but I never disliked Taylor Swift. Like I have actually seen like videos of her. I've watched like interviews of her, and I like her. And she a Democrat.
And you know what? I'm the type of I don't really listen to Taylor Swift. I never was really a fan, so I can't really comment on that. But I do. I'm a firm believer in not taking social media side of beefs.
Listen,
So like when people be like trying to grouply cancel people, I don't really be in that, because even for a long time, people was like looking at me crazy because I was still supporting Jeffree Star, but I don't support him no more, for personal reasons. But I don't support him no more. But I don't go after that. Like if I like Azalea Banks, I'm gonna listen to her, because let me tell you something. Let's talk about how you can't do shit for a bitch.
I think, yeah, you're right. I think that people need to do research before just going with what majority of the comments say. Because a lot of them people in them comments are saying stuff. A lot of the people in the comments are just saying stuff because they want reactions as well. So it's like, if you're going based off of that, you're going to find yourself lonely.
Or they just yes man. Or
Yes,
they want to
yeah,
be.
exactly. Yeah, I had learned that too. And that's why some stuff, that's one of the reasons why I had deleted my Twitter a long time ago, because I feel like they were impacting my thinking. While obviously I know how to make my own sound decisions, some stuff you just can't help but to think about in your mind, your subconscious. It's like, but it's like, no. I don't like that. So circling back to the TLCT, what is something crazy that you did for money before?
What you mean, like as far as like something in that realm?
Just anything, like trying a pyramid scheme. Like, have you ever tried one before? No. Okay,
no.
cool. Next subject. All right.
But I have done. No. I'm about to tell you though. I mean, this ain't crazy, but when I thought about before I signed up for it, I didn't think it was crazy. But when I got there and it was all that, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this, because they taking skin cells. I think I told you about that.
Skin cells?
Girl, no, I felt like it was. So I ended up doing this paid survey. I think you said you did the same one.
I did, but we're going to keep talking.
So I ended up doing this paid survey. And yeah, they had to put this, like, first I had to make sure my hair was clean, no hair products. I had to make sure it was really low, and at the time I was like growing it out, so it was I barely made the test. So they had to put this cap on my head, and they started injecting like conditioner in the cap, and then they had to put like some like mind reading thing on my head, or like I guess a brain activity or something. That was the most weirdest shit I ever seen in my life. Like I ain't never. And then the fact that I had to be in this room by myself looking at a TV, and they was monitoring like, yeah, but you remember we did it with our eyes or something. I can't remember. Like it was something really weird. And I'm like, bro, and I was in that room for so long. Alicia, I was in there for so long. And then the whole time I was like, just don't think about nothing else but what's going on, because they really tracking your brain. So I'm like, so after I left there, I was wondering if I had got like hypnotized. Like I was thinking, you ever seen Get Out?
Of course.
I felt like I was on Get Out. I felt like I was looking.
I thought of that with those tests, that stuff. So this is the thing. Looking back, I don't know why I was doing that either. So basically, y'all, if you're listening, what I used to do, I don't know how Draco found it, but an old friend told me of a way that he gets like money on the side, right? And so basically, you go to this focus group. They pay like $175 if you just sit in this room and do whatever the instructions are. So, for example, you go in there, and it's like a few other people that will be there doing the same thing. They will put this cap on your head, and they will put like a conditioner in it. And I guess the conditioner is for, I don't even know what it was for, to be told. I didn't even ask them questions. What it was for. And I don't know why they ask questions. But for me, I went like 3 or 4 times, and you basically, like the one that I remember the most is I would go into this room, and they will like show me like color circles, like a red dot, green dot. And whenever I saw a red
That's
dot,
the
I would
one.
press the button. And so and I think from what I gathered is it was basically like they were looking for specific people like women or men to find out like what we react to as far as advertising. Now that's not been confirmed, so who even knows? But I do look back. I wouldn't do that again. And it was weird, and I never went back to confirm like the legitimacy of it or the long term effects. Y'all, we might be aliens.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'll be thinking about like, damn, I hope they ain't really do nothing to me, or like, I don't know. Like I always think
Yeah,
about
me
that.
either.
Then they be like, well, you're eligible to come back in like 7 months.
Yeah, you couldn't keep doing it because they didn't want. Well, I thought it was because they didn't want people to abuse the system.
Najee couldn't do it. He tried to do it. He couldn't do it because he couldn't see. You know they had to do the eye test before you start. He couldn't pass the eye test.
Dang. Well, at least he
I said,
still
well,
got
you
all
should
his
have had
brain cells.
glasses because I wear glasses, so I have my glasses on, so of course I
He
can
still
see.
got his brain cells though.
Child, they done took a hair sample from us. They done took all type of stuff. I don't even know. I don't know what to do.
Dang. Well,
Well,
what
oh
can you
well.
do? Okay, so one time I think have you ever had a friend approach you and you thinking they trying to link and it end up being like a pyramid scheme?
Yes, and I actually stopped being friends with two people because of that. Like
Me too.
I unfollowed them on social media, and I told them why. I was very straight up about it. Um, the number one thing, of course, is Forex. Let me tell you something. I had a friend. He was a photographer, very good photographer, very good friend. And then it was like one day he just woke up and was like all about Forex. And at first I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, because I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
whatever this is. Every post, every day, it wasn't no more photography posts, no more nothing. It was all Forex. And I asked, and me just being a friend, I'm trying to start a conversation with this nigga, and he just bringing up Forex. Like, you need to sign up. You be making all this money with these clients. You can flip it and invest in the stocks. I said, listen, suck my asshole. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I just wasn't with it. I still to this day don't really understand what Forex is
Oh
or
Lord,
what
they're
it
gonna
was
come at you
about,
once they
but
hear this. They're gonna try to make sure you know.
I don't want to
Yeah.
know. Save your money and save your breath because I'm not doing it. Let me tell you something. What I noticed too, because when I started, my eyes started opening up to other people doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
child, let me tell you something about people that do Forex, and I don't care who get mad. Anybody that's doing Forex ain't got no money for real. Like they don't be having
Listen,
nothing
I
for
think it.
real.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it.
like,
The
y'all ain't really doing nothing for real. For it ain't trying to be funny. And it's only people who are like whatever they call like uh you graduate and you get to a certain level of this, blah blah blah, and they be feeling like, oh yeah, I got this. I bought this car with my money from Forex and da, 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 da.
That
I'm like,
I know a boy. I know one person well, not even for sure. I used to work with this guy, and it's so funny because I knew him at work as this regular dude, and then one day I came across his Instagram, and it was all this flexing like in front of Ferraris and taking all these exotic trips. But and then he basically quit that job and put out this video saying that he quit to do Forex full time. Now I don't know how true that is. But all I know is he was a flexer. He needed rides. Like it's so weird. Like he was living two different lives on the internet versus in real life. Then my cousin recently showed me somebody who basically do the same thing, and the girl was talking about like my life has changed so much. And it's the people who you like who. It's like okay, girl,
yeah, like
you just needed someone to stay. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. So on top of that, I've had relatives actually like tell me like, "Hey, I'm having this thing in my place, blah blah. I want you to come through." I think this might have happened 3 different times. And somebody who was close to me, and they tried to sign me up for it. And you kind of peep when it turned into one of them presentation style. I'm like, okay, something going on. How can I get out of here? But I don't cut people off for it too. And it's so funny because some people they like literally repeatedly go after different ones. Like I remember, do you remember Motor Club of Atlanta of America?
no, what
MCA?
is that?
Oh my
No.
pyramid scheme. It basically was like a hey, you need roadside assistance, buy mine and sell it to other people. And it was oh my God. I remember one of my exes, he had a friend that like really convinced him to do that job. I'm like, bro, I'm single if you do that job. I should have just broke up then because of this.
You
The
should
only thing
what?
like we talked about earlier, the only one I ever bought into, but I didn't become a distributor was Herbalife. But I've actually seen people have results off of that in real. That's the only one I
Yeah,
can think of.
I was about to say that too. Like I only did Herbalife too. But is that considered a pyramid scheme though?
I mean, it's just like the TLCT because it's like a service that you can benefit from and get money off of. But you actually got to be
True.
putting in the work to get the money. Like they kind of target those people who actually like trainers and stuff like that.
If you guys are makeup lovers, enthusiasts, or you need to start your kit, or if you want to become a makeup artist, Vanessa Myers, which is a Black makeup artist, she's amazing. She does a lot of editorial work. She has her own line, which is high-end products that is like good for editorial TV. Is really good, really full coverage foundation, really full coverage everything. But she has a line full of products that are mostly liquids and creams, like cream eyeshadow that are like insanely pigmented and they don't come off at all. Like you really have to do a lot to get them off. But anywho, she's having 85% off sale for relief for this time that's going on. So if you buy all of her foundations, it's normally like $700, and you get all 28 colors for $100. So my friend just sent me the link as we was recording, and I'm on here like, hold the fuck up. But I'm not
Sound like
gonna
a
get them
pyramid
because I have.
scheme. You just trying to pyramid scheme us.
No, I'm not.
How much
for
we got to
real.
put in to sell these to get to benefit from this lifestyle? I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying this is for people who actually want. Like, I'm not getting that, but she has like her vision cream. The little color fixes are expensive for one. One of the colors is like $20, so you get 40 colors for $100. You think I'm not gonna buy that?
I'm not trying to spend no money. I don't know if
I'm
my
not
job
either,
gonna
but
still
I
be here.
definitely be neat. My job gonna be here forever. The
Congrats.
Lord willing. Let me knock the flow.
I'm not gonna bridge too.
What? But anywho, I'm back. But yeah, I'm trying to think of another pyramid scheme.
Oh, there was one that somebody tried to get me to sell. It was basically like natural energy. It's just so funny looking back. The people that get caught up in that pyramid scheme, so they become so passionate. Where does that come from? Like, how can you be so green or oblivious that you really believe this?
I don't know.
I just feel like anything that I have to invest money into up front it's just risky and then I basically get my money back by getting more people signed up. It becomes less about the product and more about the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how can I trust the product?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something else. Oh my God, how can we forget this? So recently, one of the most recent pyramid schemes that we've been seeing on Instagram is these damn skincare things.
Oh my, is that a pyramid though?
I feel like it's the goop.
What's the difference? Oh my God. So it's every time these influencers all promote the same product, it takes away from the seriousness of it. That's how I bought that tea because Sammy promoted because nobody else was talking about it. I knew it had to be true.
So if that's the case, do you think Fashion Nova is a pyramid scheme?
No, that's a little different. You know what though? Good point. I think Fashion Nova trash too though, truth be told. The clothes is cheap. They charge you to return stuff. And you do so many, even to exchange to the point where you got to pay for it again if you want it. Have you thought about starting any additional business on top of like maybe as a result of coronavirus? Or are you pretty confident that you're just going to have money coming?
Oh, yes, honey. I usually don't like to speak on stuff before it happens, but okay. So let me just go over what I've been going through during this time that we've been down. So I've just been really monitoring my credit. So I've been figuring out what I need to do as far as my credit goes. Okay, there I go. I got a confirmation email just now. So that I've been monitoring my credit, trying to see what I need to have going on. I want to see, so I need to check to see if my barber is working because I think that what I'm gonna do is ask him if I can barter with him because I always do his shoots and stuff, makeup for his shoots for free. If I can shoot a makeup tutorial at his studio and sell it online, like I can go through one of those sites.
Oh,
Like I can charge people to replay. Like it can be something that can replay all the time, but it's gonna be like a makeup tutorial for online. Like I definitely would try to do it on YouTube, but YouTube you have to make a certain amount of likes to get. I mean, a certain amount of views to get paid, and then it's
and
still
then
like
it's
no
honey, even
guarantee that you're gonna get money from that.
no
So
good
I feel
money
like this
either.
will be safer. So I want to go ahead and do that. Have somebody edit it and then upload it, and then I can get money from that. And then I also want to start doing one-on-one lessons again too. So I said I was gonna come up with like a little guide to give my classmates, like a little book. So I need to work on that. So those are two things that I'm looking to make money. And then also I was even looking into take going to esthetician school online because I'm not able to do it in person.
Oh, really?
And
How do
they
they do
do
that online?
so they do have that as an option, and it's extremely cheaper than what it is if I were to actually go to the school. The only thing
Yeah.
is I would have to do an internship at some at a place like a spa that is certified to give me that type of stuff, which
I
isn't
think
bad.
that's
I
a
wouldn't
great.
mind doing that.
I think that's a great option to have, especially when you do makeup. Everything about skincare and beauty care is an exceptional benefit to have. It's an advantage to have over others, especially when you can like. I love when I get my wax and she be like, "Oh, you should use this for this and this because this." I'm like, "Okay, girl, I sure will." Thank you for understanding
Yes.
my coochie.
Yeah, so
So,
I've been looking into that too. So that all three of those are good. On top of me trying to get my credit together. Oh, and I invested in some stocks.
hey, I'm so proud of you. Hopefully, the world recovers and it's not the end of time.
Yeah, I
One
invested
thing,
$40 in stocks.
hey, I think that's very safe, especially in the ones that I think you got. So I honestly, man. So I have been taking some online, not necessarily online courses, because the type of work that I'm trying to do is not you have to have an actual course. I've been watching like videos on product management. And so for people
Mm.
that don't know, product management is basically the life cycle of a couple of things, mostly software platforms. So for example, Instagram. People that had maybe helped with the idea of rolling out Instagram, probably they work with product managers to determine, okay, what is the need? What do we want? We want an app. We want an app that does what? And they basically build the story flow for the developers to build the app. So I want to be the person that comes
Mm.
up that gathers the requirements and does the functioning and everything, like the long term development of the software without having to actually know how to code, because I'm more so doing the business side for it and they're designing it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like dealing with tech and computers, I'm so dumb. I ain't gonna say dumb, but because I feel like you just have to be trained in that, and you gotta have
You
an interest in it.
I
And
think it's the
I
interest. The
have neither.
training just come with it, huh?
I'm being so lost.
Yeah, I need to. But the thing is,
I
I need
my
to.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been doing the work to qualify me for it before already. Like in my previous role, I did a lot of that work. But I work with the product managers. But I did enough work with them to qualify myself. And my current role, I'm basically helping my company with their whole digital transformation. So I'll be able to use that to qualify myself as a product manager. I just need to secure that role next because the pay range ain't too far off from what I'm getting now. So I'm gonna
Oh my
need
god.
it's more. It is it's just more. It's just it's not that much more. It's like it's a lot. Anyway, so I just want it to be a natural elevation. Like I don't want to if I get promoted in my current role, I'm gonna need to find a way to marry the two roles. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I really want to do. And I think I finally come to the point where I realized what I want to be when I grow up. And unfortunately, I had to do jobs that I hated to figure that out. And so now here I am. I have a passion for data governance and product management. So now that I'm 31 and I finally figured that out, it's time to go after it.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next because I think now my only focus is because I'm 30, about to be 31 in a month and a half,
God
and
willing.
I oh I'm gonna turn 31. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But no, so my problem now, I have two things. The first thing is my health, and I'm really trying to this is really opening my eyes to a lot of stuff because when I was vegan, I ain't never get sick. Like even with the pollen last year, I don't even remember having a problem. And this year, it's so bad to the point my skin is itching.
Oh Lord.
So like,
You
not my throat itches.
transforming.
Yeah, I'm turning into a butterfly.
Okay.
So it's like too much going on with that on my end. So I just feel like I need to go back and mentally prepare myself for being healthier since I'm getting older. And I also want to work on not only stabling my finances more, but I also want to set up a freaking retirement fund on
Yes,
my
please
own.
do.
Since I don't have a job that sets it up for me, I need to look into doing it myself. And I don't know the first steps.
You can go to a
How do you
bank,
get into
honestly.
that?
Yeah, but it's
I wonder if Wells
it's
Fargo have it, but I probably feel like you think I have to go to like credit union.
honestly, I don't. A financial institution in general is fine. I don't think you should go. I mean, I don't know what the benefit would be to go to a credit union over a bank. Maybe the only thing that I know for me, what I like, because I don't go through a bank, I go through a financial advisor, and I just like the personal relationship I have. I feel like at Wells Fargo, the person you work with today probably not gonna be there next week. You know what I'm saying? It's not really somebody dedicated to it. But I think that you should just Google around, just Google retirement options, just see what you find. Because it's a lot of options, especially now. I was just thinking today that I'm gonna get an online savings account because I discovered there are some banks that have online savings account that have very high interest rates. Basically, I can gain like a higher percentage in the online account than I do with my current bank, and it's a dramatically higher amount. And also, if you have, they always say you shouldn't have up to a certain dollar amount in a bank account because if the bank shuts down, they're only going to insure you up to $10,000. And so I basically want to just move my money around so I can protect myself and also make money off of having a savings.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
I always wonder why people be storing money in their house.
they should not do that. I get it, but I don't get it either.
Periana Sequana.
Anyway, all right. So y'all, I'm really not. I ain't gonna apologize for. I just really hope that if you listen to this, you are inside of a home, at least 6 feet away from the nearest person. I don't think there's anything wrong with going outside. I went today. I saw a lot of people in my neighborhood just going for jogs, and they were social distancing, but also staying healthy. I think that's very necessary. But nobody was holding hands and nobody was kissing. Okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing people kissing, laying on shoulders, hugging, and
Twerking,
it's a
getting
lot.
lap
So
dancing, sharing hookahs and blunts.
I'm gonna try to exercise this week. I've been eating
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm thankful there are a lot of hills in my neighborhood because it's helped me. I've been doing like 2 or 3 miles a day. Now it ain't fun because I be out of breath, but I think if I just keep at it, I'll get better and better at it. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. It's another episode of OD Podcast. I'm sorry if I sound sad.
Alicia sounds so sad and down, but I got faith.
I don't have corral.
And
Anyway.
have what? Faith.
Faith.
Anywho, I'm about to go to brunch on live, so
Okay. Anyway, bye.
Bye.